All right, what's going on with you? What's up? All right, how y'all feeling? I hope all y'all good. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share. I want to hop into this situation real quick with Terry Crews and D.L. Hughley and Tariq Nasheed. I just want to have a quick conversation about Terry Crews real quick. So I'm going to recap this real quick. If you didn't know, this past weekend, Terry Crews responded to an interview that D.L. Hughley did with Vlad TV last year. Okay. And D.L. Hughley was asked his thoughts on Terry Crews' revelation about a sexual assault that he had by some Hollywood talent agent back in 2016. All right. So this was his answer.
I think it's hard for me to think that a dude with all those muscles can't tell an agent to not touch his ass.
His ass or his dick?
Whatever
Whatever he touched.
I just do. I don't understand it. I think that now everybody's so into this notion that it happened to me too. Hey, motherfucker, God gave you muscles so you can say no and mean it.
What do you mean it happened to you too?
Like when he went, I can understand people being in certain situations because there's nothing you could do about it.
Now, although this interview was a year old, it was uploaded again this past weekend, and this was Terry Crews' response. So he says, "You told the world God gave me muscles so I could say no. Are you implying I wanted to be sexually assaulted? I'm listening, sir." D.L. Hughley responds, "You saw the video." Terry Crews responds, "Sir, you said I should have pushed him back and restrained him. I did all those things, but you act like I didn't. Were you there?" D.L. Hughley responds, "That's different than slapping the shit out of him. So, sir, if you truly feel that's the correct way to deal with toxic behavior, should I slap the shit out of you?" D.L. Hughley didn't respond. Okay, so D.L. Hughley hit back from the GD section saying that he never said what Terry Crews should do. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, I ain't say what he should do. I spoke about what I would do. Me and D.L. Hughley, what I would do. All right. So, it's a whole lot of talk about toxic masculinity and shit. Like, D.L. Hughley was toxic and, we weren't supporting him. Listen, the first thing I want to say about this is, you don't get to get tough as shit. You can't be fucking OG Bobby Johnson with black men, right? You can't be old dog with black men, right? And then when it's time to, if a white man put his hands on your penis, it's like, oh, I gotta worry about my career, and I was just shocked and confused. I feel some kind of way about that. I think that's a little bug the fuck out, right? It's like, you like, I better not do nothing because I don't want to mess up my career with the white man, right? But then when this black man spoke about this shit or joked about it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you. Basically, you like, I slap the shit out you. You guys extra fucking gangster. I thought that was corny as shit. You know what I mean? That shit was, that's like, you really on some extra coon shit with that, right? I'm gonna get back to that in a minute though. I want to get to this thing about black men not supporting you, Mr. Terry Crews, right? So he was saying that, he was supported by a black woman, like black men weren't supporting, right? So I want to be clear that, like, I didn't hear people say that this shouldn't have happened, like, or it should have been prevented. Like, you should have prevented this, because shit can happen. Just like the situation at the McDonald's with the girl at the McDonald's where the white dude just suddenly grabbed her. Like, we can't prevent shit. You ain't seeing the future and shit. You know what I'm saying? What wasn't supported though, right? What we didn't support, right? We didn't support the response. What was supported was the idea that this shouldn't happen. How many black men came out and said, if that was me, I would have fucked this dude up? Meaning, this is something that shouldn't be happening. This is not okay. They not saying that they will fuck the boy up. If this happened to me, I'll fuck somebody up because it's okay. They are supporting the idea that this is not okay. So there is the support, right? The support is actually there, right? Now, what we did not support was the reaction, the response to it happening. How Terry Crews handled the situation, a lot of people was like, look, that couldn't have been me. How you let that happen? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and for him to come out and be like, oh, they didn't support me. It's like, bro, where the fuck is you from, bro? Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. That's how I go down. Like, stop playing. We talking about, I mean, you're not going to get support for letting motherfuckers roll over you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is going to support that idea of allowing that to happen, right? Nobody's supporting that. Nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, I understand why you let that man put his hand on your genitals and you didn't fuck him up. Nobody's going to support that, and we don't have to. We don't have to support that. We don't have to be okay with that shit. I know that if that happens to me, if somebody was to put their hands on my penis at a fucking party, some white man put his hand on my penis, I'm knocking him the fuck out on the spot. And there's nothing toxic about that. It's nothing toxic about saying it. It's nothing toxic about telling somebody else or suggesting to somebody else that they do the same. There's nothing toxic about having that standard of fucking you up if you put your hands on my penis at a fucking party. If you put your hand on my penis, I'ma fuck you up. Unless you're a woman that I want to do that shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm okay if it's something that I want. If this is something that I wanted, that's different. And so that begged the question. See, some people was questioning, was like, yo, is this something that dude wanted? You know what I mean? And guess what? You know, you talking Hollywood party and shit, a lot of Hollywood, the question was pretty warranted. It was like, okay, is this something that he was cool with? Is it more to this story? Listen, it's nothing wrong with asking those questions. I don't understand why you trying to call out all, like, black men in general, like you tripping with that. You know what I'm saying? You calling out these black men, but you ain't calling out these white men, my nigga. The fuck is wrong with you, bruh? You on some we sick shit, man. What's wrong, boss? We sick? That's how you rolling, bruh. You sitting here talking about we need to forgive Donald Sterling, but you telling D.L. Hughley and these other people, right? You telling D.L. Hughley 50 Cent and shit, and these other motherfuckers, when you see me, keep it moving. But yet, we need to forgive Donald Sterling for all those niggers he was calling everybody. Bro, the fuck out of here, man. I'm not feeling none of that shit. It's nothing toxic about that position. It's nothing toxic about getting gangster in a situation like that. There's nothing toxic about that. If that's what you choose to do, that's what's up. That's how I feel about that. Number three, third thing I want to say is that not all black women supported. Not all black women supported Terry Crews. There's plenty of black women that's looking at this situation like, what the fuck is up with this situation? There's plenty of black women saying, yo, is this bull fucking, does he fuck with dudes? There's plenty of questions being asked, my nigga, about how you handled that situation, the way the whole shit sounded from the gate. There's plenty of questions being asked. So stop trying to paint this picture like all these women support you, because all of them don't. All right? We are individual people. We are not the Borg fucking collective. We are individual people. You know what I'm saying? We are individual people. We have our own way of thinking about shit. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own opinion. All right? A lot of women were questioning this shit. Most of the women I spoke to was like, what the fuck's up with that shit? You know what I'm saying? So, to me, in summary, this dude, is on the coon train heavy. You know what I'm saying? You got a double standard with how you deal with black men and how you deal with white men. And I think that the fans that you had in the black community right now, some of the fans that you had and shit is probably looking at you sideways, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? And you should be consistent with bullshit, my nigga. You should be consistent with everything, bro. If you feel like forgiveness is the way, then, go ahead and be that way. You understand what I'm saying? But don't be all forgiving with white folks and shit, and then it's, keep it moving with the black folks. That's nut shit, man. And if you gonna be like that, don't expect no motherfucking support. You feel what I'm saying? Don't expect no support from nobody for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? All right, bro. Look, that's it. That shit had me a little upset, but it's cool. You know, I had to vent that shit out, let it out. All right. Look, I get at y'all. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell. All right, peace.